Hi y'all. Last night was the last night of comfort until an indefinite amount of time. Like any comfort or security since this morning I have to check out. This is this is a motel I'm in just for one night from yesterday. And so after this, no more hotel or motel for an indefinite amount of time. And yesterday evening, I walked to get dinner, and wow, it was hot and humid. It's kind of unbearable. And sitting here feeling like I'm not ready to go back out on the streets, but I have no other alternative and no other choice. See, I checked to see when the earliest bus will come. The first bus will come, and it will be the earliest bus will come, and it will be 7:30, somewhere around there. And by the time I get to the waterfront mission to pick up my mail, they'll get mad and yell at me saying I came too late, and then they would gang stalk and perp me there. Well, even if I did come on time, they would still perp me. But they're just so abusive and evil over there. So I'm hoping I have faith and confidence that me trying to have faith and confidence that the check is there. That $150 that somebody sent me. And then hopefully I can spend 2 more nights in the motel. So this is the perps already know where I'm at. I know it because the lady downstairs is a perp. The room I'm in, I think I was in this room before. Now, how is it that I would stay in this room? I forgot whether it was a week or 2 days. Then I leave, and then I come back, and they put me in this room a couple of days later. And there was, I think back in November, and they had blood. Like, how the hell does the housekeeper allow there to be blood on the blankets and the sheets and stuff? And it was just so traumatizing and gross. Like, it was a lot of blood on the blanket. And it's like, how the hell do the housekeepers allow that to stay there? I mean, they didn't even change the sheets or anything like that. And now this time around, you would think, oh, this place looks nice. Well, this hotel has been renovated. But this motel, this not the hotel. I had to leave the other, I explained why I had to leave the other hotel because, I had to leave the other hotel because my money ran out, and you can't use the same money as the deposit. You can't use it as for any nights in the hotel. So this motel right here, yesterday I came, this pillow over here is dirty. and they left. Well, what's the point of housekeeping at a motel or whatever if they don't really clean up like that, you know? And the toilet had shit all over it, like diarrhea, and I had to use. All I had. Because I put the rest of my stuff in storage. Yesterday it was pouring, raining. I got wet. My shoes and socks are still wet. And shucks, I had to clean off the toilet seat with a lot of hand sanitizer. And that lady downstairs, she is so mean. It would be trouble that, if somebody would be like, well, why you didn't ask for a different room, you know, because she ain't nice like that, you know. And also, I just felt something dirty. I checked the sheets, but where my feet were, and I just felt something icky and dirty at the bottom, you know, where my feet are, and it's supposed to not be dirty down there, but it just felt dirty, you know. But the hotel that I left from, I'm surprised and glad that they're pretty much clean, nice, neat, and decent. They're not brand new or anything, but they seem like they're decent and pretty clean to be a self-serve hotel, you know. But I had I put I don't remember what I was gonna say. My mind went blank. But anyway, yesterday after I checked out the hotel, before I was feeling nervous, hoping that I would get that whole $100 back, and I'm glad I got it back. Then I tried to go to Denny's, and they had these two, the young girl and then the older lady that I asked if I could bring my buggy. He must have thought I was a dirty homeless person that just come off the streets. But no, I was carrying my stuff from the hotel room. My stuff was clean, you know. And I asked the girl, I said, I'm dining in. I said, am I allowed to have, you know, my buggy to sit here, or can I take it with me? And so she's like, okay, let me ask the manager. Then the other lady said, okay, let me ask the manager. So then it was a black gay manager. He didn't walk up to me and tell me, but he just saw my basket and just barely looked at it, you know. And he was like overly dramatic. Oh no, it's too much, oh no, you can't bring that, she can't bring that. He didn't tell me you can't, he said, she can't bring that in. Oh no, it's too much, you know. And so it's like, you know, I walked outside and my eyes started to fill up with tears. You know, I've been through more major situations like that and didn't cry. But for some reason, you know, that made me almost cry, you know. And I felt like, oh, damn, that's another place that I'm banned from, you know. So I called a cab, and I had, because it looked like it was about to be pouring down raining. And it did later on, you know. And so the cab driver was fake nice. But the reason why I say he was fake nice, because he was nice, but then later on he scammed me. He was like, the amount of money. I told him to drop me off at Publix, but then wait a minute. And so then he waited for a while, and I'm sitting here thinking that short of a distance shouldn't even been like $14, but I didn't even stay long, and I didn't even stay long in the store. He even told me, well, that was very fast, you know, but they had these elderly white perps in my way when I was trying to, you know, go and get some food. And then I got the plate lunch that was $5.49, and then I got a lemonade and the water And so then I got my stuff, and then I got in the van because I had the break change anyway. And plus I didn't even eat breakfast. And so he took me to my storage unit. And so then he's like, well, it's $14.25. And I said, he said, do you have a quarter? I said, no, I didn't have a quarter. So he's like, well, he mentioned about, I usually have coins or whatever. He said, but I didn't really have any. You know, customers usually give me a lot of coins, and it's good for laundry or whatever he was trying to say. And so then he said, it's I'm sorry, I thought it was $14.25. It's $15. Well, I'm sorry, I don't have my glasses. And I'm like, so basically that's supposed to be my punishment for not having exact change. That he cheated me he overcharged and cheated me out of extra dollar. Extra 75 cents. Any other cab driver, if it costed $14.25, they would have been like, oh, just don't worry about it, just give me 14. But he was that damn money hungry for 75 extra cents. Thinking he's hurting me. But you know what? I'm wondering if he secretly did something, charged me an extra $7 or something, an extra fee when I went up in there to Publix, because that was such a short distance that if I would have gone there and that should have cost him like at least less than $10, So by the time I got here, and it was rainy, like this morning, my socks and shoes are still wet and icky. And I had the air conditioner on all night. I'm surprised. I was twisting and turning a lot of the night, but eventually I got some sleep, and I was able to dream and stuff. I don't remember exactly what my dreams were about. And so now, once I leave here, if I can't get that $150 that somebody postal mailed me, it's like all I have is that $10 from the deposit from the key. All I have was that $10 left, and that will be all I have, and won't be able to have enough money to I won't have any money for the rest of the month. I got $10 and a little change left, and like coins, like that's not quarters, maybe one quarter, but mainly nickels and dimes and nickels and pennies and maybe a couple of dimes, And so I'm just have to brace myself. Still too tired, and I'm not ready to go back out on the streets, So it looks like I will have to wait until tomorrow. I might have to be back on the streets and then wait till tomorrow or something to get that, finally get the money to get that, if it will be there, the $150, And then after that, I will have to stretch and struggle. I can have 2 more nights on the street, and then I have to stretch and struggle and be on the streets until indefinite amount of time. And it's just really scary. I'm just really scared. I done got in my comfort zone, and I have to break away from this comfort zone and not be able to be comfortable anymore. So I'm gonna go now, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.